This episode of the Android Apps Weekly Show is brought to you by Fremo. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority app guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 151, so let's get right into it. Alright folks, let's take a look at the headlines that dominated the app news this week. Facebook announced this week that they have over 1 billion active daily users. That's billion with a B, and that literally outshines everything else on the internet by a wide margin. Many people have attributed the success to Facebook's continued focus on mobile features, live video, 360-degree content, and more. As a result, you can expect Facebook's focus on these things to continue into the future, and their growth should as well. Google also announced that the Google Play Store will be getting additional categories in order to help people find applications more easily. This is great news since most applications are available in multiple categories already, and it's already pretty confusing. There are 8 new categories, and a few of them will be art and design, parenting, dating, and food and drink to give you an idea of what they're going to be like. Google Play continued its busy week with a new algorithm that's said to help lower the size of updates so they aren't so hard on your data plan. It does this by allowing the update to only download the changes, which are then merged into the existing files on your device. That way you don't have to re-download the entire application every time a new update gets pushed out. This will result in far smaller downloads and less download times. Mobius Final Fantasy is coming out on August 3rd, but we were given the APK early so we could try it out first. Our initial impressions were fairly positive. You'll find that the game has better graphics than other freemium Final Fantasy titles, however, it is still a freemium game and you'll find all of the components of one inside of the game itself. It'll be interesting, that's for sure, and it'll be out in a few days. The latest Humble Bundle is now live. This week's run has a bunch of really good games, including Ys Chronicles, Hitman Go, Chameleon Run, The Banner Saga, and others. You can pay $1 to get 3 of the games, beat the average to get 6 games, or pay $6 or more to get every game in the bundle. This is an exceptionally good week, especially if you like RPGs, so don't miss out. For even more Android apps and games news, you can check out our newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. There you'll find all kinds of stuff that we didn't have time for here, including the latest Pokemon Go news, which we chose not to include in this week's video. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can do so by going to the written companion, which is in the video description below, and using the form that's provided there. Also, don't forget to check out the Android Authority app. Okay folks, let's take a look at the apps and games that made a big splash over the last week. If you want to check out any of these apps or games for yourself, you can find those links in the video description below. VR Controller is a fun little application that allows you to transform an old device into a controller for use on a VR game. Here's how it works. You download the application onto an old device that you're not currently using. You then pair that device to your current device using Bluetooth. From there, you can use it as a controller while playing VR games. It's compatible with the Gear VR, Google Cardboard, and other Android VR headsets. If you're big into VR gaming, this is definitely an application to check out. Maiden Legacy of the Beast is a turn-based combat strategy game based on the music of Iron Maiden. The mechanics are fairly simple and you'll have 5 classes to choose from, dozens of talisman packs to collect, and plenty of bad guys to do combat with. Perhaps the most interesting part of the game is the soundtrack. It will feature many Iron Maiden tracks along with some previously unreleased songs and songs that were made specifically for the game. Fans of the band should definitely check it out. Traffic Cam is a unique application that could help track down sex traffickers. The idea is that whenever you stay in a hotel, you open up the application and take a few pictures of the room that you're staying in. You then upload it to a database and the proper authorities can use it to match pictures taken by sex traffickers. It's completely free to download and it's worth taking with you when you're out traveling because every little bit helps, right? LEGO Star Wars Tfa is the latest installment of the LEGO Star Wars franchise, and this one is themed after the highly successful The Force Awakens movie. This is an episodic adventure, which means you'll have to unlock various segments of the story through in-app purchases. Aside from that, the game features tons of characters and scenarios from the movie for you to play through. It's a fun little game that is also family friendly, and you can pick up the beginning of it for free. Prisma was released early last week, and it's one of the more unique filter applications that we've seen. According to the developers, the application uses neural networks and artificial intelligence to transform your photos. Because of this, you're going to get some unique results when applying filters to your photos. There are a variety of filters that you can choose from, and we assure you that none of them are the kinds of typical stuff that you see in other apps. It's completely free to use, so there's no harm in trying it out. This week's episode of the Android Apps Weekly Show is brought to you by Free. Primo. This is a nifty little application that gives you credits that you can use to lower your monthly cell phone payment. The process is pretty easy. You sign up for an account, engage with surveys, videos, and other marketing stuff, and then you get credits. Once you earn so many credits, you can cash them out and get a voucher for use on your cell phone plan. The app should work for all cell phone carriers as well as prepaid and postpaid accounts. Earning credits really isn't that difficult because most of the activities don't require a ton of time. You'll mostly be doing stuff like watching videos, downloading apps, and taking surveys. It's a free download, so give it a shot and show your support for the Android Apps Weekly show. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to keep watching, we have our picks for the best new Android apps and games from the last month linked up there on the screen and in the video description below. Don't forget to sign up for that newsletter and keep it tuned to Android Authority because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.